Bueno, muy buenas tardes. Espero que tengan un excelente día. Bueno, que estén teniendo un excelente día. Vamos a continuar con esta historia. Para hablar con Magnus. Miss Magnus is our boss of fashion. Who are you supposed to be? Never seen the three of you in my life. For you? Why? If you are going to bother me, at least have the damn courtesy to stand still. Methinks this one is leaving his cups. These are my guests, Magnus. We ran into them at the mines. They were looking for a way to reach Navad Arena, so they came to us about the trolley, you see. What? There's nothing in Navad Arena, not anymore. And especially not for frail little girls. Give it up. No, we must reach Navad Arena. I must. Bah. So you have your heart set on it. The world doesn't care. The place is a ruin, nothing more. And you are not getting there in the trolley. The thing doesn't run on hopes and dreams. You are not fools. It's necessity that drives us to Navad Arena. If you insist that the trolley is not an option, at least tell us why. No, I'm sick of people asking me about the blasted thing. Let me be. We'll speak outside. Piece off. Secret. Stubbornness. I sense there is more to this belligerent drunk and this state. Ahorita hablo contigo. Quiero ver. Quiero tomar esta cosa de acá. Look out. He only said that because he thinks I'm weak. And he's right, but I can't be, I won't be forever. There has to be some way, I must find it. Oh, I'm sorry, I was sticking my own head again. It's clear that Magnus has no intention of helping us, but perhaps we should ask the other residents. They may know something of the trolley. I'll take the north side of town. Let me know if you learn anything. Tancred, are you truly content to stand witness to fate scores and take no part? This isn't a matter of fate, Orianger. It's about choice, and I have had years to decide where I stand. Enfielda has spent too long in chains already. I will not shackle her again by making my hopes known. It is for her to choose what shape her destiny will take. It is for me to stay silent, to protect her, teach her, and stand by her. That, at least, I can do for her. So be it. Come, let us make our own inquiries. Oh, there you are. You'll be pleased to know that I got our friend back home with no trouble. And he's just fine. He was a bit shaken. He was a bit shaken of this fall. And you? What did Magnus have to say? Que no. I did have faith hope that your need might prompt him to action where interest has not. But I suppose that was foolish of me. I am sorry that we couldn't help, so I could at least show you the trolley car we have here, if you like. You could give it a stroke or two. It has some very smooth wood. Not necessary. You mean that you are not giving up? Even knowing that Magnus is Magnus? I don't see much point in being stubborn about it, though perhaps stubbornness is exactly what this situation calls for. Can't forge iron without an anvil, after all. I can't imagine that anything you will try. I can't imagine that anything you will try will work. But if you are certain you can help me make preparations in the event that it does. Garen, take this toolbox. We are going to spend the rails. I'll have a look upon the tracks for anything that is in need of repair. You bring the tools and be ready to hand them to me whenever I start to work. Es el momento en que notas que se mueve el sol en el juego. Ese cambio de luz fue muy incómodo. This spot looks like could use a bit of work. Can you ready the tools for me? Okay. People were revealing the broad array of lovingly maintained tools within. Brilliant! Now if you could hand me what I need. As I work, that will be a help. In this case, well, this world is loose. For one matter, we can't have that. I need to take the hint. Sound, wrench. Thank you, this one will do nicely. Now give me one moment and... There, I don't see any problems here, so let's continue along the track. It's handy to have around, you know. So down here, there are no necessary these days, but if we are going to do this, we might as well do it properly. And if I saw Mikaro the night returns, as he did in Lackland, well, it's a nice thought. Anyhow, Avitus this post seems to have splintered. Whether it's done to be lit or not, we wouldn't want these little pieces of wood jabbing the next person who comes through here to do maintenance. I need to sand it down a bit. Creo que es a raw file. Yes, the wolf file is perfect. Let me even this out. That should do it. I'll bring some varnish along next time to finish the job. I haven't spotted any other problems, so we can move along now. Unless you'd like to take in the view of the rocks from here for a little longer. It's breathtaking, I know. Mining has always been the primary vocation of folks in the hills of Amber, you see. But after a certain point, they have dug everything that could easily be reached and carried back by manpower alone. It was then that the Navad Empire struck upon the idea of the Talos, which they had seen at work abroad. At great expense, the Navad brought the Mistel engineers who specialized in Talos here to the hills, and wouldn't you know it, the mining industry picked right up again. Twine itself sprung upon at the time, as a matter of fact. It was named the Entwining of Tales, the fruitful cooperation between the native Bronson and newly come Mistel. But that, like so much else, fell apart in the wake of the flood. The Mistel left, taking their knowledge with them. It was 15 years ago that the last of them, the folks from the Daedalus stoneworks, took off for Elmore, and now no one remains that can repair and operate the Talos. But there is no use in lamenting what can be changed, and there is one more thing we need to do while we are out here, so we might as well get to it. Vultures occasionally make their nest on the tracks, you see, and it falls to us to remove them when they do. The creatures are angry when disturbed, which is natural, but nevertheless a danger to anyone passing by. It's not my favorite task, to be honest with you. As you may have noticed, I'm not terribly set to confrontation. That said, would you follow the tracks north and remove any nests you find for me? I'll keep an eye on things from here. Thank you. There should be everything taken care of. In return for your help, I'll tell you a bit more about the trolley. Nothing that can get you started again. So, as I said, the only people who knew how to repair Talos are long gone. When they left, the life began to bleed out of the town. The trolley's tracks rusted and its cars fell into disrepair. Now I was boring, trying, rest here. My first work was trolley, damn it. And those were the worst years of my life. But then, about 7 years passed, Magnus and his wife returned to us. Magnus is a real proper trolley engineer, and perhaps he would never have left in the first place if it hadn't been for his son. As you are well aware, Arin is hardly the safest place, and Magnus wanted his child to grow up away from its dangers. It didn't help in the end. The Sin Eaters got the boy. Isn't that always the way? The child had always said that someday he wanted to see Magnus thoroughly running again, so in his memory they returned to Twain, started fixing those rusted wrecks and broken cars, and it was going well for a time. Okay. Wicked white vultures, are they back for revenge? Never mind, I don't want to find out. O serán realmente los buitres. Ahem, let's work out there. And now you know the story of the trolley. Won't do much good without the Talos though. If there was even a single one that is still functioning, things might be different, but well, here we are. Not that it will do any good, but we have a Talos we have meaning to repair. I can show you if you like. It'd certainly be nice to hear something other than Magnus gripping for a change. Those someone's already beat us here, but please, look about as much as you like. Thought I'd come to examine the Talos. Truly a most vexing state of affairs. After my hard closer examination might yield something of value. I see. The means to build Talos stone by stone are lost to us. It is true, but here we found also numbers are most defined specimen. Indeed, were it not for a few minor failings would be in working condition. It will likely require not but a few modest repairs and suffusion of ether. Well, if you think you can get the thing up and running, far be it from me to stop you, but what exactly do you reckon is the problem? I should stress that I have performed only the most cursory examinations, so such arcane constructs are not wholly unfamiliar to me. As I did suspect from the first, it is host to a network of veins through which ether flow with freely. also evil, wearing no several fractures with no impeded safe flow. How in the hell did you get all that from just a glance? I think you have thought of a solution as well then. To bridge these futures require a material highly conductive to ether. Once in place, I believe it will be possible to restore the Talos to life. But I prevail upon thee to acquire that which we require. Not far from beyond the walls of time dwelleth a creature of living stone, the Vittage. Full sure am that the stone from such vein will prove most suitable to our needs. Bah. Very good. I shall have Tancred and Minfield attend me in the remaining preparations. I spied but 3 obstructions to flow of ether in the Talos, and thus will I ask you provide these stones of the Vittage. All else will be made ready upon the return. No, y ahorita regreso. A ver, vamos a continuar con esto. We had a maze like him around Suna. As you may imagine, we have had trouble convincing people to come here to help. They either refuse outright or demand payment far beyond anything we could hope to afford. It's why we have made such little progress in repairing the Talos. We have poured over every scrap of paper left behind by the Adalos stoneworks, hoping we might learn how it's done, but there just isn't enough. The Great Infinity will return along with the remaining supplies we require. These two succeed in procuring a stone from the Devitage. Fine specimens, one and all. You have my thanks. We need now but wait for Tancred and Minfielder's return. From end to end, the paths which either may flow through the Talos have been duly mended. They would require a sufficient endowment. It's not moving. Strange, the cord refuses to stir. I fear the condition of this Talos more dire than approves the sunrise. As a heart drives blood through the man's veins, so does the cord ether throughout this massive frame. Failing its repair or replacement, the Talos cannot be restored. So it was the heart after all. Does this foresee this outcome? Well, no, not exactly. We'd never gotten this far in trying to repair it, so we had no way to know in the heart was the real problem. We tried to find another in case things turn out as they are now, but... Jerick? This isn't really my story to share. Please, Jerick, if something went wrong, maybe we can help. Alright. After you lot have done for me, I suppose it's the least I can do. To the Talos just once for a beating heart, I would appear thin efforts were not for naught. Why could be so terrible he'd want to keep it from us? I hope Jerick doesn't get in trouble for telling us what happened. Right then, the Talos. Their hearts cannot be made of just any stone. You need a special sort with sufficient electrical conductivity. Both it and the other materials used in the construction of Talos bodies are mined in the same place. The place, of course, being here, the Hills of Amber. And it was 3 years ago then when she... No, I can't, I'm sorry. But you'll have to hear it from Taffy or someone else. Back to the tavern then. I tried to tell you before, him years ago, I wonder. You don't suppose Taffy is going to run off, do you? This is all my fault, I never should have pursued him. Cálmate, mi infilia. Still here, eh? You can ask again, but the answer is the same. Otros are... What? Custom injury. You could have at least finished, so I wouldn't have to clean up your mess. Seeing how you made such quick progress in fixing the Talos and all, he was probably thinking you could have changed things around here. And I think he might be right. Gather your friends and I'll tell you what you want to know.
Magnus's wife was a miner, you know. Greatest prospector there ever was. When the golem heart started failing, she was the first to head out in search of more. Problem was, most of the veins ran dry ages ago, and finding fresh ones to tap's only gotten harder. But she wasn't one to be deterred. She just kept digging deeper and deeper. And then the mine collapsed. We labored day and night to clear away the rubble, but it took us 2 months to find her. To find her body. Magnus has never been the same since.
Where is he, if you don't mind my asking?
Ah, yes, well, if he's not here, there's only one other place he'd be.
What? Oh, you again. How many times must I tell you? The trolley won't run! You'd be better off dismantling the damn thing and selling the parts for scrap. Now, piss off back to wherever you came from. Don't let me catch you around here again.
What were their names?
My son was named Scully. My wife, Agna. Being here with them, it beats going home. Home stopped being home when I lost them. I thought to try and drown my sorrows, but somehow, the bottle's never deep enough.
No bottle is. Believe me, I know.
You've lost someone too.
Not like you. Not my own flesh and blood. I grew up an orphan, so I never really knew what family meant. Not until I met a man who offered to take me in and make me his pupil. He was a kindly soul, always looking out for me, like a father. Not that I appreciated that at the time, or anything else for that matter. But I finally had a family. And then I robbed a young girl of hers. I did my best to make amends, to offer her comfort. But the more I look back on it, the more I realize just how inadequate my efforts were. I let her down. That is why I refuse to let her legacy die. In the end, all we can do is press on, for those we have lost, for those we can yet save. And that requires your Talos. Please, Magnus. You are our only hope of reaching Nabath Areng.
What rubbish.
She's not gone. No matter what you say or believe, she's not. We can still bring her back.
Why must he always treat me like this? Not for those damn Talos. Shit. I wish there was more we could do for you, I truly do. But after Agna's accident, no one is allowed near those mines. Fully well I do know the pain of loss and how heavily it can weigh on one's heart. Nevertheless, there is but one way forward. We must needs procure a new heart for the Talos. Tafo. Know us to any location where we might find the stone we require, no matter how scant the possibility. We will seize it. I told you near the veins were tapped dry years ago. So I suppose if you really wanted to try, you may find something in Nubis livings. It was opened well before talos became commonplace, which is why the meaning there was never quite as deep. When you get there, look for Udjon and tell him I sent you. But don't be surprised if he tells you the same thing. Kind assistance is much appreciated. Django, I think it's best to increase join thing in the search. Thought he would be quick to deny it. His heart is in turmoil and his thoughts clouded. Thought being wise to ignore his distress. A ver, Tancred. ¿Dónde te estás escondiendo? Ah, ¿me estabas esperando? Oh, where are you? Y quiero que vengas conmigo. At least on the stone we need to power the talos. I can very well have you go on your own. Lead the way. Espada nueva. I said we are long overdue for a good turn. I can only hope the gods feel the same way. Now, Nubis Livings was to the south, was it? Let's get going. The way you describe it, I was expecting the place to be abandoned. Perhaps our fortunes are finally improving. Though we should probably hear what Gudjon has to say about the has to say before we celebrate. Assuming we can find him, that is. Is this our man? Who are you and what are you doing here? Well, you should have listened to Tafel. You are wasting your time. But this side is not as developed as the others. It is not. Surely there must be something left. I shall explain. The stone you are looking for is Leonin. All the talos in Hills of Amber are powered using them. Or were, at least. Anyway, whatever's left, if anything, is too far below the safely is too far below to be safely excavated. In the deepest reaches of the mine, we use talos to keep the pathways from collapsing, and they are still there. But they could only, but they could give out at any time, which is why much of the mine is closed off. Then our only option is to search on the higher levels for any fragments of Leonine that may have been overlooked. I suppose there might be one other way. Well, don't leave us in suspense. What you are asking is for a trade secret. I'll need to be duly compensated in exchange. Fine, what do you want? The other day found a above-board gold piece down in the mines. A bloody above-board gold piece. And wouldn't you know it, I dropped the damn thing somewhere while I was working. Finally, and I tell you what you want to know. You'd rather high bargain, sir. We will take it. And since we have our work cut out for us, Django, thankfully I have an idea of how we might hurry the things along. I wasn't working that evening in the mine, so don't go searching too far. As I'm sure you have noticed, Space Airways' effort to illuminate the corridors is rather dark in here, meaning it will be that much darker to find a single coin hiding in the shadows. That's why I propose we use these sun drops. They help the eye take in more light. Why don't you start your search for the ring and handle this? I handle this area here. I'll retrace your steps after in case you happen to miss it. If you feel the drop's effect good enough, I can give you more, so don't worry. Okay. I was hoping he dropped the gold piece somewhere closer to the entrance, more full of me for thinking Lady Luke was on our side. Or maybe she is. Yours at least. In the end, my contribution was little more than poor company. What a good have with your sun drops. Come now, Tancred, you were far more prepared for this task than I. No more than usual, I assure you. I only managed to survive the Coartan wilderness and the Imperial capital by virtue of extensive preparation, a habit of mine since childhood, and one of my few positive traits which endeared me to Lusa, I imagine. It hasn't been easy finding ways to compensate for my condition. Every tool and trinket has proven vital to my continued success, such as it is. Had I choose to pursue the arcane arts rather than espionage, well, I'd rather not think on it. So long as I have the means to protect those dear to me, and to see my duties through, that's all that matters. Now, let's hurry and see that return that return to Good John. The sooner we get back to Danger and Fila, the better. That no stay here any longer and let's get going. You're back. Wait, that does mean... I'll be damned, you actually found it. Well, I did this a little, but don't think this means you'll find what you are after. Así dijo. Perhaps our look really is starting to turn around. To be honest, I wasn't sure you could pull it off. But you did, and I'm a man of my word. Come with me. I heard you waited for the sun drops to wear off. They were wonders in the dark, but in the light of day they only bring you pain. Every time I step out of those mines, the sky seems to get brighter. I never lived then is the air when it's so stale. But you are not going to hear my grievances. You are after Leonin. First, I have to ask, you ever heard of rockworms? Rockworms, I know them by another name, so I'm fairly certain the locals call them knockers. Aye, that they do. Whatever you want to call them. Those little bastards may be the answer to your troubles. They can fit through cracks and crevices down where we could never hope to reach. And on occasion they come back with something valuable. Dig deep of Leonis in the mine. It's a rare occurrence, but yes. That site is usually amounts to no more than a few flakes. Well, our only other option is tantamount to suicide. So how can we drown out the rockworms? Over by the shack you'll find a bag full of those smoke bombs. Set off a few in the mines and you'll flush them out in no time. Once they are out in the open, knock them senseless and check their backs. I should warn you this method of mining, if you can even call it that, is used as a last resort on account of what little they are like bring back. You want to cover as much ground as you can if you hope to find anything of value. Assuming you do find something, bring me here and I have a look. We should split off if we cover more ground as he suggests. If you can cover these three areas in your map, I'll see to the parts between them. The bombs are on top of the crates next to the shack over yonder. You can't miss them. Te regreso. Muy bien, hora de buscar gusanos. found my fair share of rocks. Hopefully, there's lean among them. There you are. Find anything promising? Between the two of you, I said you have got quite a hole. Let's get comfortable, friend. This is going to make time for me to sift through all this.
You may not remember this about Arminfilia. But prior to founding the Path of the 12, long before the Scions, she was something of a minor.
Bueno, creo que sí. Sí sabía eso.
After her father died, Flamine took her in and taught her the trade. I think they were both seeking to fill the void left by a loved one. Maybe that's why she took to it so readily. Back in those days, I spent most of my time in the Quicksand, or some other tavern, loosening tongues and gathering secrets. Occasionally, I'd catch a glimpse of her in the street, on her way home after another hard day's work. I always felt a wave of relief when I saw she'd come back safe, along with a pang of guilt at the fact I wasn't there to support her as I should. Simply speaking with her more than once in a blue moon would have been a good start. I could never bring myself to do it. Instead, I threw myself into my work, and became every drunkard's best friend.
I can imagine she thought too highly of you back then.
Not too highly, no. She once called me a wine-sodden wharf rat. Which wouldn't have been half as galling had it not been so accurate. But that was a lifetime ago. Here and now I have another chance to do things right. And I will not squander it again.
Hey! Come and see what I found! You're not going to believe this.
Tell me it's Leonine.
It is at that. You lot were born lucky. It's mostly broken pieces. But look at this.
This is a rather fine specimen.
It's been decades since we found anything approaching this big. But that's not all. There's an engraving on it.
Oh.
Ah, these scratches here. They're a little hard to make out. To my beloved Magnus and Schooling.
Ah.
Yes! You see, it was a gift to Magnus from his wife. She found it. She really found it.
Vamos a llevar solo a Magnus.
She must have spent her final hours carving this message into the stone, in the hope that he might see it one day. Those rock-backed bastards must have made off with it before we could clear a path to her. It's fate that brought you here to find this stone. No other explanation. It makes me wonder what else might still be buried in these parts.
Wine, lila, coral pink. had hoped we would find Leonin, but to find that particular specimen is nothing short of a miracle. I wouldn't believe I had not seen it for myself. Before you set it in the Talos, would you take it to Magnus? For 3 long years he's believed she died for nothing. He must know the truth, that her sacrifice was not in vain. We'll take it straight to him. You have my word. Thank you, good John, for all your help. Right, then, let's not keep everyone waiting. I can only imagine the look on his face when he sees that. Gods. What do we say? ¡Golpéalo! ¡Con la piedra! What? Oh, it's you. If you come to complain about the trolley, you'll find no sympathy from me. I told you before it won't run, and you wouldn't listen. Oh, but it will. Not that we have this. Your name is engraved on it, along with your son's. It was a gift from your wife, Magnus, from Agna. No, she wouldn't have. Agna. Take it. Do with it what you will. Are you certain? It will delay your plans, but I said take it. It was you who found it. You who needs it. Looking at the stone, all I can see is please, just let me be. I hope you will be there when the Talos stirs to life. I'm sure she wants you to see it. Would you do the honors and delivering this to Urianger? Sorry, I couldn't be of more help. By the sounds of it, you have a knack for having a strange request. On the bright side, Urianger told me a lot of the Talos and their hearts. I think I can help if they need further repairs. Finally, we can move on to Navat. Areng, assuming this works of course. You what? By the gods, I didn't think it possible. You found Leonin, truly? Then what are we waiting for? Let's get that trolley moving. To our return, and with Leonin it will sing. As promised, the Talos had been made ready to receive its heart, thanks in no small part to Jerick, Tafel and Minfield. At last we shall Return to the timeless. At last we shall return time to the timeless. The sentinel of stone, that we may press on towards the bad array. Very good. Now let us begin.
Preparations for the enchantment are complete. When the heart hath been suffused with a sufficient quantity of ether, the golem should be restored to life.
All right then. Whenever you're ready.
Ooh.
It's working. It's working. Magnus.
This wretched heap of stone and rubble? This worthless pile of earth? And yet, I can't.
What troubleth thee, child?
I shouldn't be here. I don't deserve to be. I don't deserve any of the things you've done for me. I'm just a burden, helpless and hopeless. If tomorrow came and I was gone, it would be better for everyone. Thancred most of all. He'll never admit it, but I can see it in his eyes. I wish he'd just say it. Just say that he hates me, that he wishes I was dead so that she could return.
No es lo que él quiere realmente.
None of this is thy doing, child. 'Twas I who set the oracle on her path unto the first. I who condemned you all to suffer these torments. 'Tis my sin alone, and one that will haunt me unto my dying day. Yet I dare not dwell over long on my many regrets, for the world is a tapestry of fates, interwoven and inseparable. And we who strive to better it cannot choose but make difficult decisions. For naught of worth was ever achieved without sacrifice. And thus must man ever struggle to weigh life against loss. The one for whom thou mournest beareth no grudge. Were she here, she would not suffer thee to languish in sorrow. She would tell thee to seek thine own path, thine own purpose. It is a truth which I myself was slow to learn. Yet a truth it remaineth. Thou needst but have faith, and all will be well.
Hay una Warforger.
Not today.
Igual in the Crystarium.
To what do I owe the pleasure that is your extended stay?
Oh, to the tediousness of our hero's present endeavors. That and the insufferable abundance of light in Armorang. I should be glad to keep my distance. I'm rather fond of sleep, you know. It's a wonderful way to pass the time. Not that my compeers would agree, mind you. Always on the move, the lot of them. Like La Hebrea, constantly jumping from vessel to vessel. Such fight, such determination. So much passion, fleeting and forgotten. Come to think of it, Exarch, I don't believe I've ever seen you retire to your chambers for so much as 40 winks. However do you keep your eyes from closing? The cold shoulder. You wound me, sir. Always so guarded in our every interaction. Interactions you curiously refrain from sharing with the Scions and their champion.
And risk souring your budding relationship? I think not. Much as I dislike you, there are more useful targets for his energies. And I'm not in the habit of pointing him at my enemies like a weapon.
Is that right? Fond of him, are you? You continue to fascinate me, Exarch. But tell me, who are you? The once great nation whose ingenuity gave birth to this tower was shaped by my hand. As such, I know full well the wonders it can facilitate and those it cannot. There is nothing in these walls which could have aided you in summoning our dear friend across time and space. Much less in possession of his mortal flesh, not even I could have performed such a feat.
I see. You had a hand in Alag as well. You would know what I am? I am the adjudicator of the sacred history with which you dared trifle. I am keeper of this tower's boundless wisdom. The wisdom of ages without age, of everywhere and nowhere. The great work of those who tamed the wings of time and grasped the nature of the rift. 'Tis a boon born of sacrifices yet unmade. The parting gift of brave heroes who will one day give their lives for a brighter future. I will not see their hopes and dreams squandered. The history which led us here will be unwritten. I promise you that.
Well, it seems we're both eager to fulfill our duties then.
On that much, we are in agreement.
I'm fine, really. It's just been a long day. I must confess, you impressed me. I didn't expect the Talos to be in such fine condition. You have done us a kindness far greater than anything we deserve. Thank you so much. Just thinking about the trolley running down the tracks. Gears churning, gods, I can't stop my smiling. Nah, no sé qué buscaba. I only went what's best for her. If only she could see that. My apologies for the delay. Minfilia and I had private matter to discuss, which brings me to the question: how these two find Tancred during your search? He spoke of Minfilia on his own accord. I see. It is well that he did, and with such candor. I attempted to broach the subject before. My intention was to ensure no words remained unspoken between them, lest tragedy intercede. A regret I myself know all too well. Alas, in the end he refused to heed my counsel. A time will come when they must face the reality of their circumstances, but I have faith that all will be well in time. Now let us not tarry any longer. The Talos and Navad Aden await. I must make it ready for our departure even as we speak, but I prevail upon thee to inquire as to his progress. Manos, make it ready for departure. Ok. Se repite. Ok. It's been years since I have seen a Talos in such fine shape. Would that Agna was here to see it, or our son. I was ready to let her dreams die down there in the mines, even after you found the Leonin. I refused to believe it could work, but what a fool I was. What did you know? I'm going to take good care of these Talos, for both their sakes. On behalf of my family and the many sustained, thank you. Well, now, chitter chatter. Let's get you to Nabat Areng, eh? Everything seems to be in order. I take it that Talos' presence resolves the issue of the gate. Oh, that. Yes. It's a sign to open at the Talos approach. Then we can finally go to Nabat Areng. You certainly can. All that remains is a final check on the control box over at the mines. You hear that, boys? Get the Talos over to the mines and get a close eye on it around the cures, understood? Yes, sir. Let us repair to the mines then. Before we go, while you were away with Django, I prepared an extra set of cartridges for you. And this one is a practice cartridge you gave me. I know I should have thrown it away ages ago, but I have been adding a little extra to it every day. After so many charges, I'm honestly not sure what it will do, but I wanted you to have it. For look. Infiliai. We should hurry. Magnus and the others are probably wondering where we are. Luckily, Trev and Jerry didn't spend the last few years trying to drink themselves to death, and had the good sense to maintain this stuff. I have to thank them later. Ever since we got the Talos moving again, Jerry has been acting strangely. Perhaps strange isn't the right word. More overexcited. But as long as he got the job done, I suppose I can't complain. gustan mucho los detalles de varias armas del juego. Muchas bandas de bonitas a muy bonitas. It is not the most beautiful sight you've ever seen. Oh, if I only could capture this moment in painting, or even a quick pencil sketch. I just seem pretty good at everything. Would you happen to have an artist, would you? Me hemos traído al final. All apparent ready for grand departure. But one more time, Jeremiah. I know what you are thinking, and I will talk to her when the time is right. So this is it. We are finally going to Nabat Areng. I have thought long and hard about what to say to her, to the real Minfilia. I hope when the time comes I will know, but with every step we take I feel more uncertain. There's no reason to give us up, not when so much is at stake. Thank you, all of you, for helping me to get here. Now, let's not keep Magnus waiting. There you are. So, what do you think? A little primitive looking, I admit, but Daedalus Stonewars has always favored a simple, intuitive design and a philosophy that serves us well enough. Much of the trolley network uses single tracks, making it easy for the Talos to navigate them as needed. And plotting a route is so simple, even we can do it, which makes for fewer accidents in transit. Speaking of which, are you ready to board? Vamos! Alright then, what's your step?
Thou must needs carry on without me. The path to Nabath Areng lieth open. Whilst thou travellest thither to the south, I would apprise Mistress Elise and the others of our progress. As circumstances permit, I will thereafter rejoin the hunt for the remaining Light Wardens.
Magnus, will the gate close immediately after the trolley passes through?
No, it will stay open until someone closes it manually. Built that way to prevent any untimely accidents.
Then you and the others can meet us in Nabath Areng, after giving the Ilmorans the slip.
Thank you for everything.
Remember, thou needst but have faith.
If you've finished with your goodbyes, I suggest you grab hold of something. Be a shame if you took a tumble. The tracks beyond the gate aren't in the best of shape, so the trolley can only go as far as Malik. Godspeed!
That must be the gate.
Parece una plataforma de Minecraft eso.
Well, so far so good. Wait, is that Ranjit?
Maldito ruco.
You're a stubborn old swine, aren't you?
One who has mastered Gukumos fears not the blackest pit or the fieriest hell. Your deeds in the east did not go unnoticed. Long have I lain in wait, and sure enough, you did not disappoint. Had you only sworn fealty to Lord Vorthry, you would have no cause to skulk about like the frightened animals. You will remain as you are, while I dispatch these villains.
No, I won't. I won't let you.
You forget to whom you speak. Who armed you, trained you, fought and killed 1,000 sin-eaters with you. And when you were inevitably cut down and lay lifeless in my arms, who sought out your successor to carry on the futile struggle again and again? We seek to bring peace to what is left of this shattered land, while these mad fools would only bring further chaos down upon us. Do not be deceived, child. Only by Lord Vorthry's hand will this dying world know a sliver of salvation.
Tienes todo al revés.
I don't know about the world, but I never asked to be saved. However much it hurts, and however hard it gets, it's my life, and I want to live it on my own terms. And those mad fools you want me to abandon, the ones I've traveled with, fought with, and may one day die with, they feel the same. So no, I will not be deceived, no matter what you say. I refuse to believe it's all for nothing.
Tú dile, mi filia.
They're everything to me. All I have, and all I need. And I would gladly do anything for them. Let us pass, or kill me. I'm not leaving here without them.
How dare you? Very well. If you would cast your lot with villains, then you shall share their fate.
I heard what you said, and I'm sorry for all the things I've left unspoken. You have to go, now!
No!
Go! Do what you came here to do. I'll not have you waste that newfound resolve on me. I leave her in your hands. Hurry!
Vamos, mi filia. ¿Dónde crees que vas?
Not another step. Your fight is with me. You think yourself a protector? Ha! As if a whelp like you could be a better father to her than me.
Para de ser tan cruel. ¿Cómo?
Not good.
Ugh.
You would have her suffer and die. I would spare her that fate.
That is not for you or anyone else to decide ever again. Not a single day goes by that I don't think about all that you have given me. Countless memories and moments I took for granted. Gods, you grew up so fast. But you had to, didn't you? For those you had lost. For those you could yet save. A world teetering on the very brink of oblivion. For which you gave your everything. Without hesitation. Your kindness. Your compassion. Your love. Then and now. One last time, with a little help. I'm so proud to have been a part of your life. Oh, Minfilia.
This is the place, Yango. This is where we stopped the flow. Well, she stopped the flow. The last time I was here, when I felt her presence overwhelming. The last time I was here, when I felt her presence overwhelming me, I tried to pretend it wasn't happening. To just turn away. But I can turn away now. Not this time. For Tancreda and the others, I had to face her. In the event that you leave the area, speak with the I can sense her presence, a bit faintly. Come on, let's look over by the crystal wall. She was here, on the top of this building. Oh, corriente. bajando un montón de corrientes de aquí, ¿no? Ok.
For your lives! It's the flood! The flood!
Look! There's somebody up there! On top of the palace!
Ese todas las almas.
No, stand back. We shall stay the flood.
But this is what I want! It's my sacrifice to make!
Your time has not yet come. When all hangs in the balance, you must give them hope.
Minfilia!
This place.
Ours is a meeting long overdue. Full glad am I that we may finally speak. My dear, sweet child, yours is a burden none should ever be forced to bear. Such pain and suffering you have endured, yet still you came. For this and more, I thank you.
I've lost count of the times I've almost given up. If people hadn't helped me every step of the way, I never would have made it.
Yet here you stand, resolved. Now, tell me your heart's desire.
To defeat the Sin Eaters and bring this world back from the brink. The remaining Wardens have hidden themselves from us. But with the power of the Oracle, I thought we might be able to find them.
Indeed you could. Their radiance would be unmistakable. But know, my child, that the power you seek will come at a price. We stand now at the crossroads. A decision must be made. 'Tis only natural to be afraid, to hesitate. But for your many trials, you have grown stronger and wiser. And with the love and support of those you hold dear, you have grown to love yourself.
The flood has washed away so much of this world. So many people and places and possibilities, and all the heroes who fought to protect them. Yet here the Scions are, trying so hard to help those few of us who remain, and seeing how tirelessly they work, how completely committed they are to the cause. I can't help but believe. I want to do more than just watch and cheer. I want to make a difference. I want to help them like they helped me, and maybe even inspire others to do the same. Coming together, providing for one another. That's the only way forward I can see. Since all of our heroes are gone, we'll just have to make heroes of ourselves.
'Tis a beautiful, wonderful dream. One we share. Though my power was all but spent in staying the flood, I prayed this final act would give hope to those who survived. That self-same hope lives on in you. It gives me comfort to know that the future is in capable hands. If ever you should falter, remember this. No one, however powerful, is immune to the whisperings of doubt and despair. Do not give in to them, but do not deny them either. Look instead to the light within, that you may continue to serve as a beacon to others.
Thank you, Minfilia, for believing in us, for believing in me.
Dearest friend, no words can express my gratitude to you for keeping her safe in these tumultuous times. You are a hero to us both. But not even the most valiant heroes can stand alone. Only together may you change the fate of two worlds.
What happened? I remember speaking with Ophelia and then... It's something wrong? Your hair is changing. A parting gift, I think. Until now I have walked the path she set before me. The path she served before all the Minfilias. Which has given me a new path, a new life, that I can call my own. And even though she's gone, I can still feel her, warm, calm and gentle. I can feel the beating heart of the world, the light that swells within me. And the lay wardens, those were him and Aren. Let's hurry back, they just need to know. You don't think they will be angry with me, do you? This was the feel I wanted. I'm sure he'll understand. I like to think so too, but would you mind going on ahead? I'll be right behind you, I promise. I just need a moment to think. Thought I returned, but what is doing, Filia? You're back! We were beginning to worry about you. Yanko, thank the gods you are alright. Welcome back. I see you far better than Tancred.
Ah, there you are. We were worried.
Really? He wasn't the one that nearly got himself killed. It's a good thing Urianger called on us when he did. You were at death's door when we found you.
But thanks to your timely ministrations, I was not obliged to walk through it.
Minfilia?
You saw her.
I know I haven't exactly been pulling my weight up till now, but that's all going to change, starting today. I'll do whatever it takes to make Minfilia's dream a reality. I can track the Light Wardens now, maybe even help you fight them.
I'm glad you're back.
You don't have to say that, you know.
But I want to. Your family. How else would I feel?
Ah.
She will need a name.
A name?
Su nombre.
A name of her own. I would not have her walk in the shadow of another any longer. And I think it a fitting tribute to our departed friend, too. At the mention of Minfilia, I would remember the woman who preserved our fellowship when all seemed lost.
Do you remember what you were called before you were taken to Yulm?
I'm sorry, I don't. I couldn't have been very old when it happened.
Then we must think of a new name. Suggestions?
Tancred.
If the lady herself has no preference, I think the honor should rightly fall to Tancred. After all they have been through together, he's practically a father to her.
Well spotted. I'm so glad you're here to explain these things.
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
Oh, nothing.
What about Reen?
Reen.
Ah, blessing in Fae. Wait, does this mean thou wert listening when I delivered my lectures on the Pixies?
Not exactly, but that one word made an impression. Of course, if it's not your liking, I can think of something else.
Reen. Yes, I rather like the sound of it.
Bling, bling, bling.
Thank you.
That settles it then. Welcome aboard, Reen.
I won't let you down.
Muy bien, creo que este es buen momento para detenernos. Ahí tenemos aquí un inicio para el MSQ. Y con esto pues continuaremos el miércoles. Mañana es día de grind. Y mañana entonces va a ser puro grinding mañana. Bueno, el nivel 90 al menos. En fin. Gracias por la compañía. Nos vemos. Que descansen. Nos vemos mañana con Final Fantasy. Y nos vemos. Hasta luego. Chao.